top 25 flash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Vols about to kick it away and get this season started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Pitt Panthers offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. This guy has all of the battle scars. He's got all of the trust of this team, David, as he has been their leader, their warhorse throughout his career.
Yeah, and we've seen him. He's been very productive. He's proven his worth in college football, but now he's taking his talents to a new team. And now he's got to show them what he's about. Great opportunity to start it off. Can he be the guy? Can he be the catalyst that takes this team to the next level?
He really is a guy you root for, too, I think, because he's waited his turn. He's found the right opportunity in the right situation. This is a guy everybody in the locker room absolutely loves. He has the ability to galvanize them and an opportunity to galvanize this fan base early in the season with a big game here right out of the gate.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. To the air, it's Boyd. Rushes on him. And the missed connection on third down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Looking downfield on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Fires on the move. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
A nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Vols will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Panthers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Complete downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Offense set on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly complete. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Let's take just a second and talk a little Pitt. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. defense, I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that 1st down. Nice job.
And the Panthers are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
The Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Boyd. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Let's look at the big picture for Pitt. At some point with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, man, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. Got enough for the 1st. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches from that.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Harper. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that.
Gonna take a shot. He holds it in and nobody's close. He flips his field in an instant and he's got him set up at the 20.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, it doesn't get much bigger than a couple of top 5 teams going toe-to-toe. Here's the latest on this gigantic showdown. Duke is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Daniel Jones, this offense is not guaranteed to just keep scoring points today. They're up by 7 over LSU. We promise to keep you updated if anything changes in this matchup of 1 versus 2. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They go to the draw. It's that hole for 4. He gets it out to the 16. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and kneeling on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Boyd. Bringing the heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He'll field it close to the 50. And the returner will be brought down. So here is the Tennessee offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. You make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but...
And here's a fumble way behind the line.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteer! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball is thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive. Back to throw, it's Boyd. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wide open downfield. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Gives it to the back on the draw. The draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And the Panthers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on 3rd down.
They'll run it on 3rd and goal. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
And the try is no good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
On the run, still looking. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The inside handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Carr. Got his man quickly. At the 35, he's got goal. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
The Volunteers with the 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And this time they're waiting for him, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
I like the play call there. I know it falls incomplete, but you're in the defensive side of the field right now, and you're going back to the guy that's already scored a touchdown for you. This guy has stepped up. He's made a play. So if I'm on
he is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. The Vols will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Going right to work up top. They'll run the screen. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. Looking to pass. It's Boyd. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Pitt will have to boot this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Here's a return from midfield. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Quick release on the RPO. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. He's got the back in the middle. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And that's why as a defense you want to set up 3rd and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football and they're able to make a tackle.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a great one today in Knoxville so far. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas amidst the smoggy smoke there in Rocky Top.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Pitt will kick off, ready to get things started here in the 3rd quarter. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And the Vols have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. And a big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And the Volunteers will try to move the sticks on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Quarterback on the keeper. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Finds the tight end. Breaks into the open. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting the move, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. He's going to take off. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
The run to the left. Powers through the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. This crowd knows when to bring it. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
Not a lot of good things happen when your quarterback gets hurt. When you speed up that processor just a little bit, make him a little bit uncomfortable. The defense doing a little bit of that. I need a little bit more protection from this offensive line.
Back to throw, it's Boyd. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Now the lead is down to 11. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Tulsa is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie today. We could see a legend born in Chapman Stadium. They're trailing by just 4 to ULM. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Give to the back. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Get it out on the screen. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense, got him at the 27.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game. And now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
Pitt will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. The sure hands, it's Harper. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. The Volunteers in a good spot here with second and short. Trying play action. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The Vols are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
Oh, he just misses on the big downfield shot. And I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make, but I'll tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it, and you just trust your guy more than you trust the DB, but it's hard to do when you overshoot your wide receiver.
Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. 1 quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They're going to ride this running back. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown ball! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Ready to try the point after. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. At the 45 on its way. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Here's the pressure. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long, putting them in a great position to be successful.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Pitt pushing the pace. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. There he goes. They're going to mark him just inches. Getting that 1st down, but he is so dangerous when he takes off on the scramble. Let's see what they do on 4th down. Less than a yard to go for a 1st down, and the offense will remain on the field. Trying to get it to the marker. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. Looking to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Alabama is putting on an offensive clinic, the likes of which we've seldom seen, and this program has had some legendary players. They're up by 28 over TCU.
He'll do it himself.
This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. Here on 3rd down for this offense. Quick release by the QB. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Bringing it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Panthers will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on third. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt. Looking for a huge play. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Vols have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end. But all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looking for blockers. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Dumps it off in the flats. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes the catch. It's Harper. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quickly to the tight end. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. To the air on 1st down. Got his man on the right. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw it. Here's a heat. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down.
You know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Pitt right back to the line. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Quickly out to the tight end.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. So here is the Tennessee offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.